So I'm doing a facial using this machine. So whatever attachments you've got in your Hydroderm machine, I'm going to be showing you how to actually use those, each of the probes on the skin for a mature client. Now, our client is in her late 40s. Is it late or early 40s? What?
Late 50s.
Oh, late 50s, really? That's good. Okay, so each of the probes I'm going to be demonstrating and how to use on this client, and I've got a step-by-step that I've actually prepared for. So before you even start, make sure that you've got everything ready. You mustn't be getting up for anything at all. So I've got 8 cotton pads that are damp. I've got half moons as well, maybe 4. Then I've got the products ready as well in a dish, which actually just makes it all easy for me. And the whole facial just flows rather than stopping and starting. I've got each of my products just lined up as per sequence of the facial. And it just makes the whole facial really smooth. Okay, so I've got the Ageless Cleanser and I'm putting 3 pumps of that. Use the tips of your fingers to actually apply the product onto the skin. This one is really good for heavy makeup. Clients actually wearing a lot of makeup, so we need to remove that makeup easily. So now just get a bit of water and in a circular movement, you can see how much makeup is actually just coming off. Circular movements. The Ageless Cleanser is a very gentle, hydrating cleanser, but so effective in getting rid of stubborn makeup, mascara, lipstick. Make sure your hands don't leave her face, and it should all be continuous. And you're actually cleansing in a circular motion to actually dislodge the makeup from the skin. And every time you finish each movement, do the temple press, and that's, you're finished. I'm taking a couple of gauzes, and the gauzes are actually going to be really easy to remove the makeup. 1, 2, 3. Turn it over and we do the T-zone when we actually turned it over. It removes the makeup so easily and doesn't leave a residue behind, which some of the cleansers tend to do. I'm going to go and cleanse once more. Every time I cleanse, I'm doing exactly the same movements, and the movements are flowing, they're not bitty movements. 1, 2, 3, forehead 1, forehead 2, turn it over, look, I'm still removing loads. T-zone. That's my first cleanse finished with. Now I'm going to get the same cleanser, the Ageless Cleanser, and remove the lipstick. So just put a little bit of cleanser on the cotton bud, and the cotton bud goes immediately onto her lips. Just spread it out. It comes off so easily. This is one of my best cleansers. Look at that, that just comes off. And then we're just going to take it off. And it's 1, 2, 1, 2, taken off really quickly. Okay. Next, we're going to take off the mascara. There are two ways to take the mascara off. The cleanest way to take mascara off is just put the cotton pad under the eye, and then we're just going to apply the cleanser with the cotton tip and use different, so this one I'm using for this eye and the other one I'll use for the other eye, okay? And just pop it on, and you can just twirl and leave it for a second or two. Go on to the other side. That will just dissolve it really, really fast. Even stubborn mascara is effectively removed with the Ageless Cleanser. Okay, that's done. Take the same cotton pad and you can just remove the residue of the mascara. And look, it's as simple as that. There's no black around her eye at all. There shouldn't be any black left at all. So now we're going to do the second cleanse, and in the second cleanse we're going to use the ultrasonic scrubber to just clean out the pores and get rid of all that dead skin. Okay, apply the cleanser and don't massage it in. Apply and go back with some water. Face and neck. Keep the skin nicely hydrated because the ultrasonic actually works on damp skin. So if you haven't got damp skin, it's not as powerful as when the skin is actually wet. Much better than steaming. The steaming's been replaced with this. In the olden days, we used to steam and wait for like 15-20 minutes. And now it's like within 5 minutes, you've actually done a better cleanse. Even extractions, no need to extract anymore because the ultrasonic does it all for you. Okay. I'm always starting off. You're going to start off with the right cheek, taking into the account like half the chin, cheek, half the cheek and the half the chin. So we're going to do one side, two side, forehead, nose and then upper lip, making sure that the skin is actually really wet. Okay. Have a cotton pad in your hand so that you can put the residue coming in. Light movements. Look how much is coming off. There's still some cleanser left on her skin, you can see, and there's makeup as well. The deep core is very, very sort of, important to clean. Are you okay there? Does it feel all right? Should be light movements, very small light movements, making sure you're covering the whole of the cheek. Sometimes there's a few lines from the ultrasonic itself, but it doesn't last long. If there's a bit of redness, that's because the client's skin is actually quite sensitive. By the time you finish the facial, there should be no redness at all from this. And some people don't even experience the redness. You can go as close to the eye as possible, but make sure your movements are very light. this other area. Sometimes the machine wire is not long enough, so just make sure the machine's actually quite close to you. Keep applying the water as it's drying. You see, even though I've gone back second time, I've still managed to get quite a bit out. You've got 30,000 hertz going on in this one. Very, very powerful. It just vibrates deep into the pores to pull out all the dirt, grime, makeup. Once a week also is really good. Can you put your tongue under here for me? Okay. I'm just going to do the forehead and the nose now. You okay? Wow, loads coming out. You can press a little bit just to get the pores that are congested. Maneuver the ultrasonic blade as you need it, because on the nose you can't have a straight line. You can use the edge of the blade as well. Is that hurting, Sarah? A little bit. Shall I ease off? Okay. You have got quite a few congested pores, and look how they just ease out. Just stretch your top lip down for me a little bit. Just stretch it down. Lovely. And you can go sideways on this one. Then I'm going to come off. Thank you. Make sure you keep it clean as you're actually working. And at the end, you can just do antiseptic and sterile everything. Okay, so now I'm going to take the Illumine Peel Lotion and really take the residue off that the ultrasonic scrubber has left behind. And it really cleans the pores. Does skin feel okay for you? That's a double cleanse ultrasonic scrubber and the Illumine Peel Lotion, which is actually toning off. And you should see my cotton pad. It's still actually really quite dirty. Okay, that's good. Okay, I'm going to use the peel mask now, and this is again going to really sort of clean out the dead skin. So it's going to loosen up the dead skin. It has a really brightening effect as well because we've got turmeric in here, lactic acid and vitamin C. You can use this as a mask or you can use it as a scrub. For Sarah, my skin's actually quite oily, congested. I would actually do a bit of a scrub and just apply it, and then you're going to go back with the scrubbing action. Should apply one side this way and the other left side apply outwards always. This tingles sometimes. Is it tingling for you, Sarah, or is it okay?
No,
It's fine? Okay, sometimes this just tingles. It's actually very active. And around the lip area, tilt your brush. Just put enough in so that it gives you a good working space. For skin that's sort of, quite sensitive, dry, and not got a lot of dead skin cells, I would actually leave it on as a mask, but it's actually for most other skins, get some water in the tips of your hands and you're going to do like a circular movement, which actually is the same movement you would use on the scrubs. This really gets into the pores and cleans out the deeper layers of the skin and also dislodges the dead skin cells. Make sure that your hands are both working together and you're not leaving the skin at all. There are times in the smaller areas you're going to use one finger, then you're going to use two fingers. On a slightly bigger area on the forehead, circle the eye area with using the two fingers, and then just go on to the cheeks. It should be just moving smooth, and it's not a massage, so just make sure you're doing circular movements. This is really good before a peel because the peel is actually going to be very effective after this. You can take it onto the neck area as well and the décolleté area should the client sort of, request it. I'd want to leave this on as a mask for 3 to 5 minutes, depending on the client's skin. Now, Sarah's got really oily skin, so I think I want to just leave it on for another 3 to 5 minutes. And let the product just do its work, because you've got kaolin in there. What kaolin is going to do is it's going to pull up all the oil, dirt and grime from the pores naturally. So turmeric and vitamin C will really brighten up the skin, and lactic acid will make sure that the skin's actually not dry. So even after this, you're not going to feel the skin is dry at all, but very, very sort of, radiant. This is one product where you can guarantee the client's skin is going to be really bright, healthy looking. Okay, so after 3 to 5 minutes, we're actually removing this, and the way that we remove this is exactly the same way we remove the cleanser. Your movements have to be really same throughout your facial. There's no bitty movements at all. So I've gone in, and the yellow just goes onto the gauze. You just can't get away from that. So 1, both the hands are working together. 2, 3, turn it over. Go on to the forehead. Okay, now after the forehead, I'm just going to go back into the water and clean. Okay. Try not to get this on your headband. The yellow just doesn't go. Or if you get it on your uniform as well, it's really difficult to get rid of. You can see the skin actually is really glowing. And this is, up to now, we're actually just preparing the skin for the peel. We haven't even started the facial. Okay, I'm going to take the residue of the peel mask with the Illumine lotion. This is just to make sure that the peel is actually really put on clean skin. You don't need to prep the skin with anything other than the peel lotion. So in the peel lotion, you've got kojic acid, lactic acid, and glycolic acid, and you'll get a really good clean finish prior to applying your peel. I'm going to use the TCA peel on her. I think TCA peel is really good for mature skin, and it's no downtime peel, so she's not going to get reaction after it at all. The peel itself we can use with microneedling, or we can use it by itself. So depending on the client and depending on what else you're going to do afterwards. So we're going to do quite a few steps afterwards, so I'm just going to lightly work. But even then, there is yellow coming off, so it's really important to get this stage very clean. With the Revival peels, you don't need to lower the pH of the skin, because the peels are actually working on 5.0 pH. And that's why we don't have a lot of peeling afterwards. I would take 1 or 2 pipettes to begin with. Okay, so I've got 2 pipettes here of the TCA peel, and I'm just going to apply it with a brush, starting off on the
Just stop doing it.
Okay, just tell me for the editing, where do I put this?
Before she puts the peel on.
so I'm not putting the peel on, I'm taking the peel off now.
What?
I'm taking the peel off. Okay.
Yeah, she just has to redo the whole peel.
Okay, so peel stage, this is the beginning of the peel stage. You can do that if you want.
Okay, so just say this is the beginning of the peel stage.
Okay.
Don't say that, so I...
So beginning of the peel stage. Okay, so I'm going to use the TCA peel on Sarah. She's got mature skin, and TCA peel would be really good for aging skin. It's going to actually not be reactive at all. So our peels don't need neutralizing, and they peel lotion that we've used earlier actually is acting as a pre-cleanse before the peel. I'm going to put the eye pads on, making sure that the client doesn't actually open her eyes. If there's any cuts, abrasions, any sort of live pustules, you're going to actually cover them with Vaseline, but there's nothing on her skin, so we're good to go. I've got 2 pipettes of the peel in the bowl, and I'm just going to start off applying the peel with a brush, starting from the chin and working outwards. And the movements that I'm actually doing is just working the peel into the skin. Right. And you can go under the eye as well, over into the forehead, and I'm doing half the forehead from this angle. Then I'm going to go to the other side of the face and join up, go to the chin, cheeks, and you just apply it and move on. You don't have to just work, because the more times you're putting the brush over the peel and on the skin, what you're doing is you're taking it off. Upper lip, go, make sure your brush is on sideways and you're just going across the upper lip. Forehead, outwards to the left. Lastly, the nose, and then in the nose, sweep down and then sideways. And sometimes you can put the Clarify peel on the nose area. If the nose area is congested, put Clarify peel on there. Just get a little bit of, I'd say get half a pipette and put it on the T-zone. So you can customize these peels, and you can also layer them. We have the option of doing the peel with the Derma Roller, and we've got 0.5 Derma Roller, which actually will get the peel into the deep layers of the skin very, very fast. What we want to do is we want to reach the basal layer of the skin, and the basal layer is actually, for some people 0.5 is good, and some people you might even need 1.0 depending on how thick the skin is. Now for Sarah, now the peel is applied, I can take the pads off. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the right hand side, and all you're doing is lightly working. Are you okay, Sarah? The goal is not to traumatize the skin. The goal is to just deliver the peel into the basal layer so that it's actually doing its work where it's needed to. You do 2 or 3 lines going from the chin to the ear, and then you go crisscross up. And the pressure is very light. I'm not looking for any bleeding, pinpoint bleeding at all. And if you are getting pinpoint bleeding, you literally need to back off because you're in the dermis. And if you're working in the dermis, you're definitely not working on the pigmentation in the basal layer at all. Very light work. Are you okay there? Okay. If the client is not okay, you see the body moving. Under the eyes, I'm just going to stretch down a little bit, and small movements under the eyes, and I'm lifting off. If someone's got like lashes on and the lashes are getting in the way, I wouldn't go that close. Okay, and that's all you need to do. Go on to the other side, making sure that the peel is still there. And if you feel that the peel has gone into the skin and it's really dry, go back and apply a bit, some more peel, because you need to make sure that you're working on damp skin rather than dry skin. Clients can do this at home as well. So clients that have pigmentation, I really recommend that they take the peel and the roller and do the same procedure that I'm doing at least once a week. And then you can go deeper when they come back in. You can do 1.2. Just put your tongue in there for me. You've got to make sure that your peel that you're using can be delivered into the skin with Derma Roller. All Revival peels are formulated to work with microneedling. Perfect, that's fine. Oh, found a bit of mask. Okay. She stretches the lip down, and this is actually really painful. So light work. Okay, I'm going to go onto the forehead, but before I go onto the forehead, I'm just going to apply a little bit more because it's looking a bit dry. Okay, forehead next. Forehead is a little bit painful. Clients always move, and it doesn't have to be doing aggressive needling on this at all. It's just very light work. And 3 or 4 movements and you're done. Crisscross. So once you've done horizontal, you go vertical. You can see she's moving as well. Make sure before you book a client in, if you're going to do this, you need to warn her that you're going to be doing this. Can't just spring it on her. This one hurts. Very good for open pores though, amazing for open pores. Okay, not much else. Okay, the peel is completely absorbed into the skin. Now with your rollers, what you're going to do is you're not going to put it on your trolley, back in the box, put the top on, and this should go in the sharp bin immediately. And sometimes you can sterilize it and you can give it to the client as well to take home. She might as well just use it. If she's got a peel or a serum, she can take it home. Okay, so now with clean gauze, I'm going to go and clean the peel. If you're a client and you've got a roller, you can keep going for 3 to 4 months on a roller. It's very good. It just continues and you don't need to change the roller as long as you're making sure that it's actually sterile and you're looking after the roller. You can get sprays now that can keep the roller sterile, and you put it always back in the box. It's fine. I've used my roller for maybe even 4 months and it's fine because you're only lightly using it. You're not really using it aggressively. Make sure that the peel is taken off. A lot of the redness on her skin is actually the roller, not the peel. How did the peel feel for you?
Yeah, I didn't feel any tingling.
Yeah, there's no tingling with these peels, and you just see the result. The reason that you don't see it is because the peel has actually got aloe vera in it, it's got hyaluronic acid, and also what tends to happen with our peels is we've got a lot of antioxidants in it. Right, so it's not only the acids that are doing the work. You've got in the TCA peel, you've got lactic acid, which is actually helping, citric acid helping the brightness in the skin, and the percentages of the peel are combined. So you haven't got the TCA peel that's just really strong and going to take your layers off. There should be no peeling with this. It's just regenerating the skin and working into the basal layer of the skin. So that's so after this peel stage, you've got 2 options. We can do the no needle mesotherapy, which is really good because the skin is completely cleaned out, and you can go in there with EMS and no needle mesotherapy. So I'm going to start with the EMS because, you know, she's getting on a bit now, and we're going to just lift her jowls a little bit and work around the eyes with the EMS. Then after that, we're going to do the mesotherapy. No needle mesotherapy is actually really good. So all I want to do is I want to put the gel on. This is the electrogel specifically for the hydrofacial electrodes, and it helps to glide the skin. And not only does it help to glide the skin, it's got aloe vera in there, which keeps the skin really soothed, hyaluronic acid for leaving the skin very hydrated, and vitamin C, which keeps the skin looking radiant and bright. Okay, it's actually, I sometimes use this for manual massage as well. So I don't like to use massage oils on the skin at all. I use this for, if somebody wanted like a really soothing massage, I get the gel out and I'll do it with the gel. Okay, so whilst I'm only going to work on her jowls and her eye area, I've actually put the gel on the whole face because it's actually quite nice to apply the gel to soothe the skin, and you'll see that at the end of the treatment her skin will be really nice and calm. Okay, now so I need to warn the client that the skin is going to be worked on. So this one I'm going to put it on, it's EMS, and actually it's muscle stimulating probe. There we go. I actually really like this, but it is so strong, even on one is actually really uncomfortable for the client. Sarah, I'm just going to do it on your jaw. It feels really quite sharp tingle. Okay, and if it's too much, let me know. I'm just going to do it on your jaw and around your eye area, okay? And this is the one where if you've got saggy jowls, it's amazing for it. And if the clients sort of, come in regularly, you will find the lifting on the jowl area. Okay, so in the beginning, you want to be really quick with this. One, two, three. You can see the muscle movement on this one. It is really powerful. And this is on one. Okay, it's very good for marionette lines. And you want to do it like about 3 rounds of the whole procedure for the jowls. So it's marionette, too much?
Yes.
Okay. And keep it moving. Make sure you're fast with it. And it's upward lifting movements. You're working on the Rizoris muscle here as well, and the muscles around the mouth. Marionette jowl is really good with this. And don't overwork the muscles. Make sure that once you've done it like for maybe 40-50 seconds, move it on to the other side. You okay?
Yes.
Okay, so this side she'll feel it. As I'm actually about to go here, she's going to feel it. One, two, three. Marionette, marionette, marionette. For someone that's actually got really chubby cheeks, it's really good for slimming that as well. Upwards and outward movement, making sure you're actually hitting the muscles. And if you're not on the muscle, there's no movement. It's absolutely, look, I'm on the Rizoris muscle now, and you can see around the mouth it's moving. 1, 2, 3. You've got microcurrent in here as well as the EMS. So the microcurrent is really helping the skin to tighten up, firm up, and the EMS is working on the muscles. It's actually re-educating the muscles and exercising them. Okay, that's maybe 2-3 minutes on here. Otherwise, this is a powerful machine, so go on your machine if it's less work. You see, she's hardly letting me touch that. Now I'm going to do a little bit around the crow's feet wrinkles. It's very, very quick and effective. Just let me know it's okay if it's not. One of the best treatments for crow's feet wrinkles, apart from Botox. It's quick movements, pressing into the muscle and coming off. Now we're working on the oculi muscle only. Okay, 6-7 times depending on the client's comfort levels, and then you're going to go back. You okay?
Yes.
Let me know if it's too much.
Yes, it's too much.
Okay, so then I'm going to move on to the jowl if it's too much. Don't go on the forehead, okay? But a lot of clients have Botox on the forehead, and it takes actually 24 hours for the Botox to just disappear. Okay, so any areas where there's Botox, we mustn't be using this at all. Some clients have jaw Botox, avoid. Some people have masseter Botox, no EMS on it at all, including microcurrent. Okay, we're good to go. So I'm going to do the microneedling now on Sarah. Just got the EMLA on. Get the EMLA in a dish. And what you want to do is you want to massage it into the skin and work. It's going to numb the skin good enough for the client not to sort of, feel discomfort. And I think it's really important to have a bit of numbing before you actually do the microneedling, especially if you're going to work the skin. Now, for someone if you're doing aggressive needling, then you do want to put it on. But if you're doing stem cells and if you're doing light sort of needling work with 0.5, you don't need to put anesthetic at all. In fact, anesthetic with stem cells is not a good idea anyway. And we're going fairly superficial into the epidermal layer with that. But here, we're actually going to go into the dermis. And when you go into the dermis, it's actually really important to put the numbing on because you really want to work the skin. If you didn't put the numbing on, the level of work you can do on the client's skin is minimized because she is going to feel it unless they've got a very good pain threshold, which a lot of people don't have. Massage it into the skin well enough and work sections. Okay, don't go a bit here and a bit here. We just work sections and make sure that it's all applied everywhere. You can go into the tear trough area as well, but make sure that her eyes are closed and you can just tilt the tear trough skin down. And over there, you're not going to go circular movements. You're actually just going to go sideways. Otherwise, you might end up hitting the lashes. Okay. Avoid the eyebrows. And again, make sure that it's really well covered. Okay, the last I'm going to do is the nose and the upper lip. Circular movements again. With one finger, you don't need any more to be applying the anesthetic. And it's very light movement. Massage into the skin, making sure you've thoroughly covered the area. Can you stretch your top lip down for me? Great. And go sideways. You cannot do circular movements on the upper lip. You're going to end up hitting her upper lip and her nose. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Done. It's covered nicely. You're going to leave this on for about 15 minutes. And then we carry on with the microneedling. We're going to use the gold pen we've got. It is actually a professional pen and really powerful. This is a pen I've been using for many, many years. It's one that has 3 different speed. I actually like to do it on the red one. Red is medium speed. The green one is slow. Red one's actually fine. And the orange is like, it's slow. Yeah, orange is slow. I like the red speed. Okay, so the needles I'm going to use, I've got a choice of 9 needles, 12 needles and 36. The reason that I'm going to use 12 needles on her is because I want to really go into the skin and work the skin. If you've got 36 needles, it's actually, the needles are very close together and you're not going deeper into the dermis with the 36 needles. You're actually just doing the epidermal layer. So Sarah's got almost quite a lot of slack skin down on her lower cheek area. I want to get that, and even the forehead. Just want to really work on her skin. 12 needles. I wouldn't use 9 needles. I prefer 9 needles for acne scarring, acne indents. So yeah, it's very, very important to use the right needle at the right speed for microneedling. And again, adapt your techniques according to the client you've got in front of you. If she's got thick skin, you want to go slightly deeper into the thick skin. So for that 1.2, maybe 1.5 on the cheek area. But the rest of the face should be no more than 1.0. Sometimes 0.5 on under eye area, so if the skin is really thin. Otherwise, just do 1.75. So just adapt as you go along. And the reason that I actually do the cheeks first is because I've got the same needle size on the two cheeks. So I'll either use 1.2 or 1.5 on the cheeks. Do both of the cheek. Do the right cheek, left cheek, taking in the chin at the same time. So 1, 2. Next is my forehead, nose, and just top lip is actually next. And I want to do the 1.0 on that. Sometimes you can do 1.2, but generally 1.0 is good for that bony area. And under eye is my last area, and I'll do 0.5 generally on that. Techniques I'm doing, I'm adapting as I'm actually moving from area to area. Make sure that you're not touching the needles at all, right? So you are twisting it in. It's nicely twisted in. I'm going to set the machine at 1.2 to begin with. Okay, and it's ready to go. And I'm always going to use my silver tray. Anytime I have needles, I actually use a silver tray, and it's only the Dermapen's going to go on there, nothing else. Okay, so it needs to be kept really sterile. Now we're going to remove the anesthetic, and sometimes if you haven't left it on for that long, what I would do is I actually would remove one cheek, start working with the cheek, and then you can remove the rest of it. So I'm just going to remove this cheek, and you can remove it with damp gauze, that's all. The serum, you've got choice of 2 different serums for her. I'm going to use the Ageless HA serum, and that's really 10% hyaluronic acid, and it will really go into the skin. It's very good for wrinkles, dry skin, aging skin. If she had any pigmentation, I definitely would go for Illumin. I prefer the stem cells for microneedling, so I'm using the Ageless stem cells. Apply 2 to 3 and just spread it with one finger. Right, the serum has to go directly onto the cheek. Spread it with one finger, and do not massage it in, because by massaging it in, you've actually just, the serum just disappears. Keep it pressed, green, red, ready to go. Okay, 1.2, make sure that your needles are. Okay, Sarah, let me know if it's too much, okay? I'm going to start off with the middle part and work my way out. So it's always going to be circular movements. When you start to do crisscross and you're gliding, that's really not good for the skin. Stick to these circular movements, starting from the middle of the cheek, because that's where you've got a lot of tissue and it's not bony. It's a good place for clients to get used to the microneedling. So already you can see that it started to work. Yeah, you've got pinpoint bleeding already, and that's very quick. It doesn't happen this quickly for everyone, But with Sarah, I want to work her skin. I want to make sure that she's got pinpoint bleeding. I want to stimulate. And for aging skin, it's brilliant. You get the skin tightening up afterwards. You get collagen being released, and it's after about a few weeks, you'll feel the skin is tighter. It's looking youthful. It's actually, you can see the result. Whereas if you worked very lightly, then all you've done is penetrated the serum into the basal layer, and it's the serum that's doing the work. But for here, I want the microneedling to do the work. Bearing in mind, whatever serum I put, you see the bleeding there? When the skin is bleeding, it's actually not letting the serum penetrate into the dermis at all, because you're circulating the serum into her epidermis. So the work here isn't the serum, it's actually the needling that is actually effective here. Make sure that you're circling round and round and you covered each area. There should be no white patches. I'm not going to do under eye until last. You okay? Is that?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And how much work you do is dependent on the client's problems. If I've got acne indents, I might just work a bit more on the acne indents. If I've got pigmentation, I'm not going to over needle. Aggressive needling on pigmentation just makes it worse. So look, I've done the middle bit. I'm stretching now into the chin area. Put your tongue there for me. Perfect. And by having the area stretched, it's very, very quick work. You can see that the pinpoint bleeding immediately starts, whereas if I was doing it without the stretching, that's fine, you can let go of the stretching now. I got what I needed. Stretch. In some areas you just might need to stretch, otherwise you're going to cause a bit of grazing. Yeah, so if you've got tissue that's actually slack, stretch a little bit with your fingers and apply serum as and when you need. So I'm going to go back. As the serum is drying, you're going to just apply more serum. And when you do that, switch the machine off and apply your serum and move on. So after I've done the needling, I want to apply the serum because it's a serum that's actually going to do the work now. Okay? I've not got much serum in here. Use only the fingertips and you leave this now, okay? So the blood has got nutrients in there as well, so just leave that mixed with the serum and it will just absorb down, and that bit is done. Okay, so now I'm going to just take the anesthetic off the whole face. What's the time? You leave this on, don't you? When you're needling.
No, when I'm doing the microneedling, I take it off because I don't
The
want to
serum, yeah.
a microneedle
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to apply more serum. Is that here? I haven't got my phone with me in case she phones or something. Start in the middle. Okay. Keep going in circular movements until you start to see the skin reaction. There should be a little bit of pinpoint bleeding. And some people don't bleed, and if they don't and you feel that you've actually worked enough, just move on. It doesn't have to be that you need the skin bleeding if it's not going to. Thicker skins, skin type 4, 5 and 6 sometimes don't bleed. So we're starting to get a reaction now. Should stick to the same area, because if you move out of this area, you haven't actually traumatized the skin. The whole idea is that you're actually going to traumatize the skin so that the repair of the skin can kickstart. What you're doing here is you're actually remodeling the skin. After a few days, you find that the remodeling really starts and you get new tissue building up, collagen kick-starting. Microneedling is probably one of the best treatment that we've seen in the industry for the last, I'd say even 10 years. It's here to stay. And it's probably one of the most cost-effective treatments to carry out as well. It's actually good for, some clients come in and they've got red veins. They're like, no, can't have the microneedling because, I've got red veins. I say that you can, especially if you've got fine red veins, it actually really strengthens the red veins. So that it's less likely to break. It's probably the only treatment that strengthens red veins. Perfect. Okay, I'm just going to do the forehead now. I just put a little bit of serum there. I'm going to turn it down to 1.0 now. Okay, I don't need 1.2 anymore. So this is like, start with the middle. Or
You can go to 0.5.
0.5, okay. And before I touched her, she moved her forehead. Okay, this is 0.5. Oh, is it hurting?
0.25.
Okay, here we go. I might just do light. Now. Just do light tapping movement, just to get my serum in. Look, guys, I'm just getting it in. Whoa, was that just too much for you? Okay, so I'm going to leave that for a minute. Okay, let's move on to the nose. I am actually on 0.5.
Can you try 0.25?
Sure. Okay, let's try the nose and see how that goes. And again, you've got to go with the client's pain threshold. There's no point you thinking it needs to be you need to blast it. Go with the pain threshold. If it's too much, there's no need. You need to go there, you know. I'm just doing it very lightly. Luckily, the forehead doesn't need a lot of work. Neither does the nose. Just needs a little bit of work. You can even go tapping. So stamping I quite like for certain areas. So if you've got small areas, stamping is good. Okay. We still got pinpoint bleeding on the forehead area. Yep. Just check this for me and make sure. If it's too much, I'm not going to do. Okay. Too much. Circular.
Yes.
My serum's actually dried up. Let me get some more. You okay? Okay, that's fine. I'll just do a tiny bit here and we're done. Upper lip, I'm just going to do a bit of tapping movement. Oh, is that too much? Just stamping, small stamping movement and we're done. Okay, is you okay? Okay. Just allow the serum to seep into the skin until it's dry. Okay, so just allow the serum to dry and then we can just wipe off. Okay, so now don't wipe anything off because you can actually have this stem cell serum sitting on the skin. I'm going to put the rejuvenation mask, and the rejuvenation mask is amazing for after procedures like this. You've got aloe vera in there, hyaluronic acid and peptides, and it's going to do a lot of good, especially with the no needle mesotherapy. Very effective at the end of microneedling. Because I don't like to leave the skin just after microneedling because it's actually all the junctions have opened up and they're ready for infusion of serums or whatever else you're going to put on. It's very effective to put any product on now and know that it's actually really going to be beneficial for the skin. And I love this mask because we keep this mask in the fridge, right? So it's nice and cold and very hydrating. It's actually got 40% hyaluronic acid in there and aloe vera gel. It's packed with ingredients that are really good for the skin. There you go. So it's very saturated. You okay? Put it onto the lips, put it onto the neck. And now we can do no needle mesotherapy and just get that serum into the skin. Okay, so the skin rejuvenation mask is actually packed with aloe vera gel, hydrating hyaluronic acid and peptides in there. So it's really good for after microneedling. Helps to really calm the skin down and leave it hydrated and plumpy. So best way to use this mask is actually with no needle mesotherapy. It's actually do a double act. Okay, we have got, okay. And the mask is really helping to glide the probe onto the skin. It's actually soothing as well. And as this starts to dry a little bit, you can go in and put more serum from the mask on the skin. The probe, the no needle mesotherapy probe, is actually pushing the mask serum into the deeper layers of the skin. It's the fastest way to get the serum into the skin. Whereas if you left it on, it could take anything between 30 to 40 minutes to get the same response. It's also really helping the skin structure at the cellular level stimulated. So you've got a 2-in-1 action. I always like to use the no needle mesotherapy at the end of the facial. You just need to cover the whole area in circular movements, and as the skin is absorbing it, I can now feel that the skin is actually absorbing the sheet mask serum. What I'll do is, I've got more in here, I'm just going to layer more onto the skin. The skin absorbed it really fast. And sometimes I put this mask on at home at night, and I leave it on for a good 40 minutes. And it takes about 40 minutes for the mask serum to be absorbed into the skin. This mask is especially for after procedures. Don't use any other mask after microneedling, because if you've got ingredients in there that are not compatible, when you open up the skin, you will have massive reactions on the skin. So the skin rejuvenation mask is the only one I would use in our range for after microneedling. You can even do, so I've done that, you can even do a little marmor point massage over the top of the mask. Okay, I'll remove the mask now. Okay, so you can now do LED as well. And when you do LED, make sure the eyes are nicely covered with the goggles. Just lift your head for me, just from the bed. Hang on, it's too much. Hang on 1 second. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to do the LED now, and the LED that I choose for you is the red one. The red one is the one that goes deepest into the skin, and it's good for regenerating the skin and stimulating collagen. And also it helps to calm the skin down as well after microneedling. we've got different options of the flash, rapid and solid. I think I'm just going to go for the solid red. Solid. Start. Okay. It's actually really nice to. The option is yours if you want to stay off the mask, or you can actually just touch the skin, but clients don't feel anything. They may experience a little bit of heat, they may be able to see a little bit of light through their goggles, but that's about it. And all you're doing is just literally gliding across the mask. Keep it moving. Yeah, don't concentrate it in one area. I do that for about 3 to 4 minutes and it's done. After you do this mask, I tend to find that the skin doesn't flake so much after a few days. Otherwise, the skin flakes a lot after a few days. This keeps it really nicely hydrated, and immediately the skin calms down. So you haven't got lots of downtime with this one. Keep the eyes closed for me. Just don't open them for a minute. I would want the mask to stay on the skin for the next 3 to 4 minutes and just be absorbed rather than me sort of wiping it off. It's actually really beneficial for the mask to just stay on the skin. In the meantime, you can just tidy up your station and just leave it on for about 2 to 3 minutes. And once it actually dries on the skin, I would just put a bit of sunblock on. We put the Illumine moisturizer on afterwards. But I want this serum to actually really be absorbed into the skin before I do that. I've got quite a lot of mask serum on, so I'm going to remove a little bit of the residue because I do want to put a sunblock on afterwards. The Illumine moisturizer, which is actually an SPF 50, is formulated to be used after procedures. So it is not every sunblock you can actually use immediately after microneedling, but this one you can. It's really beneficial for the skin to have that mask residue working. I wouldn't put anything on my skin for the next 4 hours. I'll just allow the products to be seeping into the skin and avoid any heat treatments, I'd say anywhere where you're actually sweating, so that the products can really be absorbed into the skin. Doesn't leave a white residue at all, so you've got to just make sure that you massage it into the skin and she's got full protection before she leaves. Although we've really worked on her skin, it doesn't look really traumatized. Okay, you've got a bit of erythema there, but that's actually natural considering we've done a lot of work. Okay, so the aftercare I would give Sarah is just make sure that you're not sort of, doing any heat treatments and putting any products on the skin. What happens is the skin goes through a remodeling phase for 3 to 4 days after the procedure. So you've got to make sure that, you're not having any treatments. You're just leaving the skin to do its own sort of, tightening, shedding, healing, and then you can carry on as normal. Products wise, just check that your products are actually compatible to use after microneedling. I wouldn't use any products that's heavily sort of, lanolin mineral oil based. Okay, all done.